This week, Jeff Johnston shows us a very interesting destination in Washington State that should be on your list of places to visit. Then, Jon Krider from Thor RV shows us the Tellaro Class B motorhome. In his RV Straight Talk segment, Jeff answers the question about the use of batteries, converters, and chargers. Later, we join Mark Polk as he shows us products that will help you prepare your RV for winter storage. These stories and our Super Noble raffle for care camps, oncology camps for children with cancer. Rollin On TV is sponsored by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating over 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed captioning, where available, is sponsored by Forest River. Begin the journey.
There's literally no end to the fun places you can find to explore while you RV around this country of ours. Today's quick stop is Washington's Tri-Cities, Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. This area abounds in outdoor activities, history, and interesting things to see and do. For example, there's this big guy up here behind me, the lighthouse on the river. The lighthouse is fairly new, built in 2010, as part of the Clover Island redevelopment and a functional lighthouse to aid marine navigation. It's a good place to start your Tri-Cities exploration. The Convention and Visitor Bureau is, of course, the best place to gather information on local attractions.
So the Tri-Cities is a wonderful place for RVers to come and visit, particularly if you're into outdoor adventure. So we're sitting at the confluence of the Snake and Columbia rivers. The Yakima River comes into the Columbia here, so our waterways are rich. We have 23 miles worth of paved trail that goes around our community along the Columbia River. It's called the Sacagawea Heritage Trail. So whether you're a runner or a walker, you like to ride bicycles, it's perfect. Great banks for fishing. If you want to get out in the river, you can rent paddleboards here and kayaks. Good opportunity there. Jet skis as well. We even have a riverboat. You can get out on water to wine cruises and enjoy a great meal and enjoy some wine. The RV spaces around our community, we have a number of different spaces. KOAs, for instance. We have state parks down along the Snake River. There's multiple places to park down there, camp and fire up a grill and enjoy it. And then here within the Tri-Cities proper, we have some campgrounds with great amenities, everything from swimming to general stores to playgrounds to nicely landscaped areas. So I think there's probably a little bit of something in there for everyone to enjoy from the RV lens.
All around this part of the country, you see boulders like this strewn all over the landscape, looking like they don't belong there. They're just sticking up out of the middle of nowhere. In fact, they're visitors. Back when the last glaciers covered this area and the last floods were shaping the basins up here, these guys came down with the glacier or the floods, hung around a little while, the glaciers went away, the floods disappeared, and these were deposited, and they're called erratics. This one, for example, is made out of granite, which is definitely not one of the local stones. He probably came from, somewhere up in Montana, I suppose. So this is just one of the interesting features that you can learn about here at the Reach Museum in Kennewick, Washington. Natural history, Native American, and industrial history are all specialties here at the Reach Museum.
So the Reach Museum, we've been open 5 years now. We're having our 5th anniversary this year. It really tells the stories of the Mid-Columbia Basin, and all the stories that we tell here are tied together by the Columbia River itself. Hanford history is a big part of the story of the Tri-Cities area, starting with World War II, but going all the way up through the present as we talk about the Cold War and also the cleanup efforts at Hanford since the Cold War has ended. One of our galleries also gives a lot of information about the geologic past, all the way back to the lava flows 17 million years ago, the history of the river, which has been around for millions of years, the fossils you can find in the Ringgold Formation just across the river here at White Bluffs, and then also the peoples who have lived here for thousands and thousands of years, the plants and animals, wildlife that you'll see here throughout the year. And then just the story of the Hanford Reach, the longest stretch of the Columbia River that's undammed, stretching from McNary Dam to Priest Rapids Dam. nearly 60 river miles, and the efforts that have been that have gone on to help preserve that as a national monument.
When you're ready to hunker down, there are top-notch campgrounds in the area, including Columbia Sun RV Resort.
Welcome to Columbia Sun RV Resort. We're 145 sites on 25 acres. We have full hookups. We have 20, 30, and 50 amp at each site, water, sewer. 75 sites are pull-through. We have large sites, very easy access for any rig, both large and small. We have a outdoor pool and spa, heated. We've got a 3,000 square foot event center, adult fitness, and kids playroom. We also have outdoor sports court and kids playground equipment. On the holidays like Memorial Day and 4th of July and Labor Day, we do barbecues for all of our guests. Columbia Sun has something for every RVer here in the Tri-Cities, both large and small.
For more information about Washington's Tri-Cities area, log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
Having cancer shouldn't mean giving up the joys of childhood. Care Camps helps children with cancer remember what it's like to just be a kid. Rollin On TV and Forest River are supporting Care Camps with our special raffle. With your donation, you're entered to win this one-of-a-kind Forest River No Boundaries travel trailer. It's a chance for these deserving kids to enjoy themselves and a chance for you to win this eye-catching Super Novo. If you enjoy camping, don't you think these kids should have the same chance too? For more information, visit our website at rollinontv.com. Aquachem toss-ins. So fast and easy to use, it could seem like a game. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com. Need some new replacement rubber trim and seals for your RV? Now celebrating their 60th anniversary, Steel Rubber Products has been the leading choice for discerning hot rod and classic car owners for all their rubber parts needs. And now, Steel Rubber Products is offering the same high-quality parts and service to RV owners everywhere. For more information on Steel Rubber Products and to get a free RV catalog, visit rv.steelrubber.com. When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
Hey, I'm Jon Krider from Thor Motor Coach, and we are sitting in the brand new Tellaro motorhome. We're really excited about this because it's a new entry into the B-van market. Earlier this year, we introduced the Sequence. The Tellaro is the follow-up project, and the Tellaro has a few different features than what the Sequence has. And I think the first thing that you look at, when you look inside of this motorhome, it's very bright, it's very cheery. Whether you're looking at the cab seats, you're looking at the paneling that we used, whether you're looking at the flooring, the countertops, everything is very light and very bright. And I think that's a huge advantage that Thor Motor Coach has because we have a female designer. And with our female designer, she goes through and she looks at it and she looks at the trends in the market, but then she also goes back and she figures out how can she take those trends that come out of a large area and put them into a small area like a motorhome. So we're in this small B van. This floor plan is called the 20AT. It's pretty exciting because it's got 2 captain's chairs. They flip around, makes into a living space. Then this dinette that I'm sitting on, this is a 2-person booth dinette, and it's the first B van that we have that has 3-point seat belts. So we're pretty excited about that. And of course we do all the testing and all the pull testing for the seat belts. So these are gonna be safe for anybody traveling on them. And then when you work your way back through the vehicle, you're gonna see lots of places for storage. So B vans inherently are small, but we try to make them as big as possible on the inside. So you got lots of drawers, lots of cabinets, overhead below the cabinets. And then of course you have a pretty unique bathroom situation where you have a mid-bath. It's an all-in-one bath. And from there you've got a nice timbre door that covers up the entry in and out of it, so you have privacy. And then in the back of the vehicle, you have more or less what is a king-size bed. So you have a very large bed back there, and the bed comes in more or less 3 pieces. There's 3 cushions, so you can actually flip up the center cushion, and now you've got storage. So if you've got something big, like a kayak or fishing poles or oars for your canoe, you can put all that right down the center, and you're taking it with you. And then when you get to wherever you're camping, there you go. You just pop it out the back, or you just take the bed, flip it down over the top of it, and you can still keep all your belongings inside. You know, some of the other things that we do on this vehicle is this is our first entry into a lithium battery system. We call it the Reliable Power System by Thor Motor Coach, and we've partnered with a company called Mastervolt. And Mastervolt is really large into the industrial space and also the marine space. And we have 11,000 watts of electricity on this. Now that's an option, and this option gives you 2 batteries. It gives you a underhood alternator, it gives you an auto start for the engine, and it is going to be the largest battery pack that there is out there in the market for the ProMaster chassis. The reason we went with Mastervolt is because they have more than 40,000 batteries currently in the market, and so they've got a proven track record since 2008 of putting these kind of batteries out into the market that are made for vehicles. They're not made for in your house or storage areas that don't move. They're made for mobile environments. They also have the system is all 12 volt. We don't have to do any converting from 58 or 48 volts like you see in the automotive space. So the 12 volt is something that consumers in the RV market and also dealers in the RV market understand. So we think from a reliability and then also from if anything ever has to be serviced on the vehicle, it's be quite simple at 12 volt because there won't be any conversion that a dealer needs to worry about. Now that highlights pretty much the majority of things on the inside. Now if we move to the outside's got a ton of features too. So on top of this vehicle, we have a pop top. So Thor Industries purchased Erwinheimer Group, which is a big motorhome manufacturer in Germany. And obviously they had some really great ideas for small motorhomes that they do overseas. And we were able to take some of those ideas and add it here to the Tellaro van. So there is a queen size sleeping space that's up above the van. And above the van, you can pop the top up when you get somewhere. It's tent material. It's got a fiberglass roof on the top, and it's got little windows that zip down. So if you're on the beach out in California, or you're headed down to Florida and it's nice and cool in the spring, you can open it up and kind of enjoy the outdoors on the indoors. We also use all Thule products on the outside. So your awning, your roof ladder, your bike rack on the back are Thule. And of course, that's a name brand that most people are gonna see if they've ever been to an REI store, ever gone camping out in the Northwest. Probably one of the last things is that this coach is completely multiplexed. When we were coming up with the design, we thought that was a really good idea to make a central panel in this van where you control everything. So whether it's your HVAC, your lights, your awning, anything on this vehicle is controlled from a single panel, which is also compatible with your cell phone. So you can take the app and you can control everything in the vehicle from your cell phone, from out into the campground, or maybe even just down the beach a little bit further. You want to make sure that you turn all your lights on or turn your lights off before you come back to the vehicle. So I think the Tellaro is going to be quite a good seller for us so far here at the show. It's been very popular, and we look forward to getting some retail feedback once it gets out in the field.
From off-the-road adventure camping to luxurious full-time RVing and everything in between, Forest River has the RV to fit your needs, budget, and outdoor lifestyle. To see our full line of trailers and motorhomes, visit forestriverinc.com. Forest River. Begin the journey. At Norcold, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcold refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcold RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcold.com.
Greetings, I'm Jeff Johnston, and welcome to RV Straight Talk, where I'll try and answer your RV technical and at times not so technical questions. You can submit your questions by email to jeff@rollinontv.com or by simply going to our website at rollinontv.com and clicking on the RV Straight Talk link. This week, Eileen writes, My RV's converter does a really slow job of charging my 12-volt battery. If I hook up a car battery charger, do I need to disconnect the RV charge line from the converter to avoid damaging the system? That's from Eileen in Bar Harbor. Leave everything connected, Eileen. You won't hurt a thing. When you have a battery connected to two different sources of charging power, say for example, one is 12.3 volts at 3 amps, and another is 12.5 volts at 8 or 9 amps. They do not combine to create 24 volts. A system like this, the battery will more or less select the highest of the voltage and amp inputs, and that's the one that it uses for its charging line, or charging power. So you have the two sources connected. Your converter is a lower amperage source. The car battery charger is higher amperage and higher voltage. It's going to work. It's going to be the one that the battery uses for charging. So it works great. I do that all the time, and it's a pretty common practice among RVers because a lot of those older RV chargers take an awfully long time to bring a battery up to full snuff. I hope that explains it, Eileen. Many RVers use a standard car battery charger for faster, more effective RV battery charging. It's a good idea that works well. Email me your shipping address, Eileen, and we'll make sure you receive one of these classy Rollin On TV coffee mugs. Ceramic, hard to spill. And don't forget, if you have an RV tech question, send it in and I'll get you a straight, honest answer. If we use your question on our website or the TV show, we'll send you a Rollin On TV mug just like this one or very similar. We regret we can't personally answer every question we receive, but we do answer the ones we use on the show or the website. That's it for this week, and thank you for watching.
Have you been putting off buying that tire pressure monitoring system for your RV? Well, good, because you could get one free. Rollin On TV and TST, the leader in tire pressure monitoring systems, are giving away not just one, but 5 complete systems, one each week for 5 weeks. To learn about the TST monitoring system and enter the contest, visit our website at rollinontv.com, go to the TST contest section, fill out the entry form. It's that simple. And there's no purchase necessary.
Wow, am I glad I used Aquachem. Maybe chili wasn't the best idea.
Aquachem, the most powerful odor control available and the #1 seller for over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Mark Polk with RV Education 101. When the time comes to put your RV in short or long-term storage, there are a few products that help make the task easier. Let's take a look. Tire pressure gauge. A good quality RV tire pressure gauge is an essential tool for RV owners. When it comes time to store the RV, inflate the tires to the manufacturer's recommended max cold pressure. Tires in storage can lose 2 to 3 psi per month, so it's important to check and adjust the tire inflation pressure when you take the RV out of storage too. Tire blocking. While we are on the topic of tires, if the RV is stored on the ground or on pavement, put the tires on some type of blocking. The blocking needs to be wider than the footprint of the tire to protect the tires from damage. Tire covers. Another important tire-related product is tire covers. If the RV is stored outside, exposed to the elements, tire covers will protect the tires from the sun and the harmful UV rays. RV cover. If the RV is stored outside, try to avoid parking it under trees or in areas where grass and weeds grow. The sun and other elements can damage your RV. The best investment you can make for an RV stored outside is a quality RV cover. The cover should be made of a breathable material to help promote air circulation and prevent mold and mildew. You can purchase a cover made specifically for the size and type of RV you have. Digital multimeter. Another essential tool for RV owners is a digital multimeter. Like tires, a battery in storage can lose up to 10% of its charge every month. When a battery is in a low state of charge, small crystals start forming on the plates. This is called sulfation, and if it remains in this condition for an extended period of time without recharging, the battery is ruined. Sulfation starts when a battery state of charge drops below 80% or 12.4 volts for a 12-volt battery. To prevent this from happening, you can measure the voltage using a digital voltmeter every month. Measuring the voltage gives you a quick picture of the battery's depth of discharge so you know when the battery needs to be recharged. Set the voltmeter on DC voltage and place the red lead on the positive terminal and the black lead on the negative terminal to read battery voltage. A fully charged 12-volt battery will read 12.7 volts. Any battery at or below 12.5 needs to be recharged immediately. Battery charger, maintainer, and conditioner. Newer RVs come equipped with a 3-stage battery charger. This means the built-in charger will charge the battery without damaging it. If your RV doesn't have a 3-stage battery charger, or if you don't want to constantly worry about the battery when it's in storage, you can purchase some type of battery charger, maintainer, and conditioner. I personally use battery minder products, but there are other products available like the battery tender. You simply connect the battery minder to the RV battery and let it do its job. It will charge, maintain, and condition the battery, preventing sulfation, but it will never overcharge the battery. RV roof vent covers. I recommend installing roof vent covers like Max Air vent covers over the existing roof vents on the RV. These vent covers allow you to open the roof vent for ventilation while the RV is in storage without worrying about rain getting inside the RV. If you install 2 vent covers on opposite ends of the RV, it will help promote cross ventilation throughout the RV while it's in storage. Rodent control products. A common problem when the RV is in storage is rodent control. Inspect the underside of the RV thoroughly. Look for anywhere mice or other rodents can get inside. Mice only need a dime-sized hole to get in the RV, so inspect the exterior and interior closely. Seal any openings using silicone or a spray foam product from a home improvement store. There are lots of aftermarket products for controlling rodents like Sniff and Stop or mothballs. But if you live close to where the RV is stored and can check the RV frequently, mouse traps are effective too. Remove all consumables that would attract mice and other rodents, and remove all perishables and anything that can freeze. Defrost the freezer compartment and clean the refrigerator. Leave the refrigerator doors propped open and place some baking soda inside the refrigerator compartment to absorb odors. RV marine antifreeze. The biggest problem during cold weather storage by far is the potential for the RV plumbing system to freeze, expand, and break if the plumbing system is not protected. The best way to protect it is by winterizing the RV plumbing system using an RV marine antifreeze. Winterizing your RV is not a difficult job, and if you want to tackle the job yourself, check out our video and ebook training at rvonlinetraining.com.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. For more information on anything you've seen on the program, along with additional videos, stories, and news, plus some great contests, visit our website at rollinontv.com. And remember, you can also watch Rollin On TV on Roku, Amazon Fire, Vimeo, and YouTube, as well as on any of our station's streaming media services. For complete coverage information, click on the Where to Watch link on our website. As usual, this has been another fun production.